The Selfish Path to Romance. Download Chapter 1 for free at drkenner.com and at amazon.com.
Tina, you're dealing with an alcoholic husband?
Yeah. Been married 24 years.
Wow. Has he been an alcoholic the whole time?
I guess he was, but I didn't know it because he had kept it secret for so many years. He's a closet drinker.
Okay.
But he drinks every day, and, it used to be like 2 of the big bottles of vodka a day.
He's killing himself.
Oh, yeah. We've raised 5 kids. They're kind of out on their own, kind of young adults now.
Okay, what's the youngest? Yeah. How old?
Oldest is young 30s. Youngest is 19.
Okay, but they're not in the house anymore.
Well, one is. The college one keeps bouncing back.
Okay. I think.
Let's see. I'm 55 now.
Okay.
And financially, I, can't separate yet. But I'm kind of like wondering what I can do with my life because this isn't going to stop. I've tried. Went to Al-Anon. I went to counseling myself. My counselor said my standards weren't high enough because I took it. He's not physically abusive.
Yeah.
He's not verbally abusive, but he's drunk every day. Every day. Falls down. He's gotten caught drinking once at work, and he had to go through a program. If he gets caught again, he's going to be fired.
Yeah.
And it's his family history. I've tried marriage counseling, and
what would you like?
I'm sorry for him because he doesn't understand. He doesn't. I tried to say, can you repeat back to me if you understand how I feel? And I think he has the inability to understand how other people feel about things. It's just like.
What do you think he's running away from?
I don't know.
You think there's a lot of guilt? Apart from the drinking.
I think it's habit.
Okay.
Habit, and he's drained bank accounts, just the second mortgage and everything, buying alcohol.
Yeah. Okay. I can hear you laughing. What would be the best outcome for you?
I want to be when he's not drinking, on the very rare occasion, like one day in the summer.
Yeah.
Went without drinking. Sleep with him. It just melts in his arms. I love him. The best outcome for me would have him stop drinking because he's a very intelligent man, but he can't stop.
And he knows you've gone to Al-Anon, he knows you've gone to counseling, and he won't get any treatment for himself apart from court-ordered treatment?
Yes, he did the court-ordered treatment. It lasted 6 months. He went, but of course it didn't take. And I had sent him to counseling once, and the counselor says, "Why are you here?" He says, "My wife made me come." And the guy said, "Oh, she's fine." Well, David never spoke about the drinking, so I guess he thinks it's my problem.
Well, he doesn't. He knows that it's his problem, but that's part of the denial, isn't it?
Hey, I got to interrupt this because we've got to pay some bills. 30 seconds, that's it. A very quick ad, and then Ellen will be back.
Romance. Ugh, I wish guys knew more about what we want from a relationship. Boy, I wish I knew more about what I want. Where's that ad I saw? Here it is. The Selfish Path to Romance. A serious romance guidebook. Download Chapter 1 for free at selfishromance.com and buy it at amazon.com. The Selfish Path to Romance. That is interesting.
Well, he doesn't. He knows that it's his problem, but that's part of the denial, isn't it? So when you first called, I thought you were looking to escape from the marriage. I thought you were saying,
thinking about it.
if I'm financially secure, if I were financially secure, I would leave him. My kids are almost out of the house. I just have one more kid in the house. And I would love to not have to wake up every morning and wonder, what if? What if he's driving when drunk? What if he gets fired from his job? I don't want to see the bottles of vodka. I don't want to smell it on his breath. I don't want to hear him slurring anymore. I am so sick of this lifestyle. I want to be able to wake up and be my own person, go make eggs if I want to, go make some coffee, and not have the atmosphere in the house, this heaviness, this problem that someone refuses to solve.
That's absolutely correct.
If you're wanting that, then you have raised your standards. And because you're valuing yourself enough that you want to have, if you think of weather, instead of a cloudy day or a rainy day or a stormy day every day, you want to be able to wake up and feel like it's fresh and clear inside your own house, the atmosphere. And you have every right to part ways. In fact, I've written a book that is called it's going to sound like an odd title, The Selfish Path to Romance. And it doesn't mean the type of selfish that your husband is. It means self-valuing. Can you be true to yourself and find someone you can truly cherish, and they cherish themselves enough? Notice he's not self-valuing, he's self-destructive. But if you could eventually find a partner who values himself enough, and you have a friendship, you have a wonderful companion, and you don't have to worry about, I mean, of course, everybody's got to deal with conflict, but not the type that he refuses to solve for so many years. And he hid it from you. He betrayed you. People think of alcohol as the other woman.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a bottle in between us, even in bed. Even I have begged him, even like, stay sober just for one day for my birthday.
Yeah.
And not done that. And I feel sad because, I do love him. When he's not drinking, I just absolutely adore him. So it's hard.
Yeah, but he's just, and that's the part that confused me, because I can hear your ambivalence. The other part of you wants to stay with him, because if he allowed himself to be the person that, the potential that you see in him, it would be absolutely phenomenal. However, that's not who he is. What you see is what he could have made of himself, and your hopes, and it's really your fantasy of him, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
If he said to you, I can't wait to change, right now I'm holding in my hand a book that's a phenomenal cognitive therapy book called Treating Alcohol Dependence. It's it's a coping skills training guide. And the first author is Peter Monti on it. There are multiple authors. I won't go through them. But they have the toolboxes, which I'm sure you found out about at Al-Anon. The skills that he could learn to turn his life around are there, but you can't hold on forever. I mean, you may be at the end of your life and then wondering, why did I do this? You're still, I think of you as young. You're still young. You've got a lot of life in you. You could go dancing. You could just really milk your life. And you'd have to mourn the loss of what you thought could have been your relationship and the father of your kids. And maybe if he sees that you're serious, you sound so sweet. Maybe if he sees that you're serious, maybe he will change. But if you're hanging around forever, that is your choice.
Yes.
It's just, I can hear you're on both sides of the fence. Part of you wants the liberation and not ever having to deal with an alcoholic again. And part of you, Tina, still loves the person that you, if you could make his choices, he would be.
Yeah,
listen. Yeah. What I would recommend is, if you could get my book, it's selfishromance.com, and it's making yourself lovable, which it sounds like you already are, and how to find the right partner and how to part ways if it's not working out. Thank you so much for the call.
For more Dr. Kenner podcast, go to drkenner.com and please listen to this ad. Here's an excerpt from The Selfish Path to Romance, the Serious Romance Guidebook by clinical psychologist Dr. Ellen Kenner and co-author Dr. Edwin Locke, who's world famous for his theories in goal setting.
The view that sexual pleasure is only physical, unrelated to your mind, your values, or your character is very wrong. If sexual pleasure were nothing more than a physical sensation, you wouldn't need a partner. You would be happy with self-pleasuring. But this is not the case. To fully enjoy romantic sex, you need a partner, someone you deeply value. Masturbation or sex with someone who leaves you emotionally cold, such as a prostitute or a one-night stand, may provide physical relief, but such sexual experiences are impersonal and empty and brief compared to sex with someone you love.
You can download Chapter 1 for free by going to drkenner.com and buy it at amazon.com.